An orphan named Shuu Ogata lost both of his parents to an unknown demon. Shuu, in an effort to exact revenge on them, trades each of his memories for the ability to one day locate them with a demon, but he forfeits everything in the process. When Ayano and Shuu reunite, Ayano is clearly unhappy with Shuu for quitting her business. Shuu hasn't had to work in almost 3 months, so not only does he not have the money to pay for the dinner, but the problems don't end there. Additionally, he begs her to pay his phone bill on his behalf. Kisara is seated there when he walks into his house, having prepared a pile of cabbage, for him to eat. She detects a woman's scent on him, but Shuu diverts her attention by starting to eat. Shuu guarantees that he will make them money at the upcoming auction, despite the fact that they are now in the red. In order to deal with the monster in the casino, he enters a rift with others and takes the smallest amount. He leads Ayano toward the casino, where the two of them engage the demon in combat. Shuu moves covertly while the others are preoccupied. When he tries to fight it but is repelled by it, Kisara appears to defend him just as he is about to be slain. When Kisara tries to battle, the demon but is outmatched. She decides to make love in front of everyone. What am I viewing, you ask? She emerges from the mist wearing fresh clothing, as Ayano was Shu's ex. She is enraged when she finds her. She notices that Ayano smelled the same as Shuu did when returning home. When they start attacking one another, they conveniently forget about the monsters and end up eliminating them all. Kisara asks Shuu for a spare key as she starts slicing at him. She is capable of physically passing through walls. Why does she require a key? She runs in the direction of the monster as he throws her the key. Shuu gets his gun ready as Kisara attacks the beast with a sword. Shuu draws his rifle and starts shooting, taking out the demon in his place. Since it was only a B-rank demon, there was no issue. And on their side, Kisara is a tremendous A-class demon hazard. Shuu and Kisara climb into bed, and Kisara posts a picture to her Instagram. The following day, Hachisuka, the mayor's son, makes an appearance and flirts with Kisara. She simply ignores him and walks away from him, though. We are now engaged in a vigorous plot development session. As Kisara's sole follower, Ayano notices Kisara's message and becomes enraged at Shuu. The mayor is going to be assassinated during the upcoming festival, and Shuu is there because he will be paid $3,000 for the job well done. He won't waste what will be his first payday in 3 months. The person who looked after Shuu for a year, Miles, appears. Plot development continues to advance. Shuu is smoking with Miles when he notices what looks like an eye staring at him. Ayano hears the mayor say that everyone can find security in this city, but she is aware that this is untrue because there are individuals like Shuu and Kisara who can't even afford to eat. The demon emerges from the shadows prepared to slash at the mayor, but Kisara chokes it. There is even more plot development. The lizard demon is shot at, but he simply vanishes. When Shuu is about to kill him, the demon reminds him that the mayor hid the death of his family before vanishing. For $3,000, Shuu arranges an express delivery of a gun, and Kisara goes insane. Shuu claims that he still enjoys her bean sprout cooking. The devil is knocked out by the truck and understands he is no longer in need of the pistol. Shu's sister is frantically searching for her parents while they are already dead. Shuu wakes up from his nightmare as she departs and apologizes to her brother. He stares at the picture of his family. On the phone with someone asking him to sign a contract, a doctor is running at the top of a building. The doctor begs for the strongest contract possible and transforms into a huge caterpillar. Shuu and Kisara are eating bean sprouts without electricity in Shu's house. Ayano and Shuu are sitting in a park when they notice 2 men jogging. The old storyline development, yes. Shuu claims that he has early access to knowledge on the demon, thanks to an intriguing information source. Kisara emerges from the fountain's water. Shuu outbids the other commoners at the auction after realizing that he can process information faster than anyone else. However, Ayano's mother reveals that the caterpillar actually contains all of the city's electricity for a full week. Shuu is upset because they annul the auction. He speculates that Ayano might have contributed to the forfeiture of the auction. Miles' seatmate discovers that Shuu has early access to classified information. Shuu and Kisara were going to be destroyed by the city, but it is shown that they were stronger than all of them. The caterpillar is shot at by Ayano's mother with weapons, but nothing happens. It becomes a butterfly after changing. Shuu receives a call from Ayano's mother requesting his assistance. Kisara embraces Shuu. She queries what he will now give her. He promises to share all of his recollections from the past 3 years with her for a whole 3 months. He moved in with Ayano at that time, and Kisara inquires as to his goals. He is so disoriented by his memories that he is unable to recall what Ayano was wearing on their first date. After kissing Kisara, Shuu gets a negative response from the girl. To accomplish his objective, he is ready to kiss a woman he doesn't even care about. Even losing his memories of the girl he loves will not stop him from trying to save her. As Kisara gains strength, she stops Ayano from being crushed. Kisara defeats the monster, but Shuu seems to have forgotten one of his goals. He prepares his weapon, points it towards the monster, and fires. It is not sufficient, though. The caterpillar is hurt and knocked to the ground as a result of Shuu spewing forth another bullet, reloading his weapon, and firing. A spear underneath starts to shake off dust as soon as it lands. Shuu is starting to lose his memory. Running in, Ayano engages the demon in combat. She learns that the demon they encountered in the park is the same person. His name is screamed by a woman. Without any electricity, Kisara and Shuu share a sweet dinner, and Kisara snaps a picture via Instagram. As the story progresses, Ayano's friend teases her for dating Shuu only while he was a juvenile. Ayano is found by a love hotel with a security guard, and Kisara adds the image to her story. Shuu is challenged about it by Ayano, but they are informed of the ongoing demon problem. The demon that Ayano had imprisoned has passed away, and a gang war seems to be going on. Ayano cries at Shuu when he asks him to work with him to defeat the demons. She despises his refusal to make concessions, because he always desires to run into danger without taking anyone else into account. She recalls Shu's first birthday celebration with her. He was supposed to come over for cake, but he never did. He wasn't able to capture any of the demons because he was too busy pursuing them. Shuu, though, is unable to recall any of that occurring. He makes the false claim that he recalls, but Ayano is aware that he is lying. She sobs before leaving. Kisara visits Ayano while she sobs under a bridge. She admits that she had memories of waiting for Shuu that evening. She can even recall the words she used to address Shuu and the attire she chose for him. She was going to let him finish the story development and then surprise him that night. Only Kisara has access to such memories at this time. Ayano is informed by Kisara that each time Shuu kisses her, he loses his memory. She is always able to increase her strength in this way. Ayano is informed by Kisara that Shuu will do anything to find the person responsible for his family's murder. Shuu is too reckless. Therefore, Ayano has been attempting to intervene to prevent him from dying. Kisara doesn't mind if she consumes every last bit of him because he will succeed in his goal. Additionally, she will be the last girl he ever dates. Shuu receives a flying arrow that informs him about the gang conflict. He enters immediately. The police officers are being killed by a red-clad woman. Shuu fires at her, but she uses her sword to deflect his shots. She avoids Shuu by utilizing her agility to hop into several mirrors. The name of the woman who screamed when she saw her loved one dead is Maria. According to one of the police officers, Ayano is about to get hacked while out alone at night. Kisara arrives to protect Ayano and drives the demon away. Shuu declares that she is prepared to confront Ayano and that she can jump through mirrors. Instead of pursuing the demon, Kisara devises her own plan. Shuu enjoys supper with Ayano's security, who describes how weird it is that Shuu got his knowledge so quickly and entered the fight. He admits to understanding Shu's account of what happened to his family and expressing his belief in it. The same story of Shuu is being told to Ayano by her mother while they sit together. The demon, which seems to be targeting Ayano, is prevented from entering the warehouse by the fact that Ayano is locked inside and her mother is unable to look at her. The security guard advises him to quit using information from a man he can't even see because it's possible that his source is only using and abusing him. He assures Shuu that he can see him and that he is a trustworthy guy who will assist Shush. Shuu feels depressed after understanding that someone does, in fact, believe in him. When the detective enters the flat to look for the person connected to the demon, they discover that he has already passed away. Shuu walks into Ayano's storage space. Plot progresses. Ayano questions Shuu over his quest to apprehend the killer of his family. Ayano knows now that Shuu abandoned her once her mother stopped providing him with instruction. The statement made by Ayano is that she would have done anything to be by Shu's side. Shuu reveals to Ayano that he has been having dreams about his sister and believes she might still be alive. He left Ayano 3 years ago for this reason. The possibility of saving his sister existed. Ayano assures him that she would no longer make an effort to obstruct his progress. She kisses him while hiding his eyes. She tells him this is the last time as she gives him another kiss. Completed plot development. For the first time, the protagonist is a real Chad rather than a wimp. They aren't there when a drop of water falls in the warehouse and the monster slices the couch. Kisara attacks it with her sword and discovers Ayano. She gives her a headbutt while sobbing and reassuring her that nothing is wrong. Shuu is being warned that Kisara will use all of her strength to force him as she is holding the blade to his back. Man, there isn't enough plot in this story. She emerges and drives the demon away. With his bullet still in his palm, Shuu awakens. Ayano inquires about before, but Shuu is unable to recall anything because Kisara is his best friend. Shuu continues to punch the demon. Kisara pushes the bullet into the demon's chest, killing her as he hurls it with all of his power. A mysterious nun approaches a structure and claims to have found it after comparing it to a picture of Kisara. She enters the structure and engages in combat with a man who seems to be quite powerful. However, she simply takes care of him and the police before leaving the scene as if she were in a movie. Since Kisara hasn't been showing up, Ayano has been living with Shuu, maintaining his home and cooking for him. Shuu is baffled as to what has been upsetting her, and Ayano makes it appear as though she is as well. Kisara is dejected and sitting in the rain beneath a bridge. Shu's messages are on her phone when she opens it, but she chooses to ignore them. She is not angry with him because he has no memory of what happened. She experiences a flashback of Shuu approaching her. She had a spear stuffed inside of her like a stone statue. Kisara started to attack Shuu as he made an attempt to remove the spear. Shuu told her that she is what he wants and that he wanted to talk to her. She loses her temper after her face stone fractures. She finds an Instagram snapshot of Ayano with him when she unlocks her phone. She discards her phone. A unknown man approaches Shuu while he is sitting on a bench. Shuu makes an effort to ignore him, but when he is instructed to search through the trash, he discovers a tablet there. He observes a nun named Celestial Abbey kicking off a powerful man. Shuu makes an effort to find the man after he vanishes. He runs away while hiding behind a brick wall. Shuu finds out through Ayano's mother that the nun belongs to a different group that seeks to exterminate the demons. She is here, though, mostly to get rid of Kisara because nobody else has been able to. She could be hazardous because she is significantly stronger than any of the other opponents Kisara has faced in the past. Later that evening, when the nun greets Ayano's mother, she understands the nun will be pursuing Kisara and Shuu. To save her mother, Ayano enters. Ayano's phone is taken by a nun by the name of Sharon. Kisara receives a constant barrage of messages from Ayano. However, the nun did send a selfie. To ensure his safety, Ayano makes a call to Shuu before entering his home. He is forced to the ground by the door as it crashes in on him. The nun rushes down and thumps Shuu with the ground. If you wanna immerse yourself more into the wonderful world of anime, don't waste your time. Just click it.